in my area cold. Dark skin, light skin, medium tones. Pumping braids, got mini afros. Big lips, got lips, some of us know. Big nose, contours, some of us won't. Never wanna put us in the media, bro. Wanna put pretty like a Kardashian, no. Wanna put pretty like my
guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tan if you're new. In today's video, as you can see by the title, we have a unit sent over from Ashimary Hair. They sent over one of their 360 units by the name of Yaki Body Black Brown Ombre. I feel like the title for this unit is pretty accurate, seeing as how this unit is a Yaki straight unit, and then the coloring of her is, well, a black brown ombre. She has black rooting and then it ombres down into a brown color. They offer this unit in two different densities of 180 and 250% density. Now I'm thinking I got the 180% density just because I know what their 250 feels like, and this feels like a little light for 250, but at the same time for 180 it feels really nice and dense. You can get this unit with or without pre-cut lace. I got mine with pre-cut lace, and they offered lengths of 14 all the way down to 34 inches, and I received the 24 inch. This unit is said to come with a pre-plucked hairline and also pre-bleached knots. Now what I will say is that they are getting so good at plucking the hairline. For me personally, I don't like an overly plucked hairline because it's just, I don't know, I just don't like it, okay? This has been plucked like just enough in my personal opinion. I may or may not go back in and pluck just a little bit more, and that's all depending on how it's looking like on my head against my hairline. But what I will say is, as far as the pre-bleached knots are concerned, they could work like just a little bit better on that, just because like I can definitely see them. I don't know if you all can, but I can for sure see them. And although it's like not a big deal, because I'm pretty sure by the time I put my like lace tint spray on it, you won't even be able to notice it that much. I don't know, I just feel like it could be a little bit better. And really quick, I wanted to address something. In my last Ashimary 360 unit video, I want to say it was the last one. I'm pretty sure it was the last one. Anywho, someone had said that the knots in the back do not come pre-bleached. Now, I don't remember saying that they did in that video. I'm pretty sure I was speaking about just like the front hairline of it. But yes, the knots in the back do not come pre-bleached. Now, by all means, if you want to bleach the knots on the back of the unit, then go for it. Like, do what you will or what you want with your unit. For me personally, I will not be going in and bleaching them, just because like, who gonna be on the back of my neck like that? Like, okay. But speaking of the back of the unit, again, this is a 360 unit, so therefore you are going to get lace around the entirety of the unit. In the back of the unit, you'll also find a large comb that can be removed. Now personally, I'll be keeping mine in just because I like to make sure it like grips on to the nape of my neck, like the hairs on the nape of my neck. That low-key sounds like kind of painful, but it's not, trust me. You'll also find 3 clear straps, which are considered the busy straps, and on both sides you'll find like little extra strings to pull. Now whether you pull on one or both sides, it will cause the unit to like scrunch up in the back. This will allow for you to decide how loose or tight you want your unit to sit, or feel rather, but then also add some extra security. But speaking of security, this unit also comes with 2 extra combs, one on each side of the unit, and it also has a security band in the back that you can adjust and or remove if you choose to do so. I can't find it online anywhere, but I want to say that the lace parting space for this unit is a 13 by 6, just because like, look at all of that space and room that you get. If it was a 13 by 4, I want to say it would be like just a little bit shorter, but make sure to check the description box down below because I'll have all the information for this unit down there. But I think that's all of the specs that I want to go over for this unit. I don't think I'm missing anything. If I am, my bad. But let's go ahead and install her, and then of course I'll come back with my final thoughts at the end. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about my pros and cons for this unit. My first con for this unit is that she is not big head friendly. Like, come on. I said this in my last 360 unit from Ashimary Hair, that unit would have probably been considered the best wig of 2024 for me personally, had it been big head friendly. And this one isn't big head friendly either. Like, why? The reason why I feel like this unit isn't big head friendly is because of where I had to place the unit, or yeah, where I had to place it / push it back. I had to push it back so far to where it's basically sitting right on top of my natural hairline. Personally, I like to sit my units like 1 inch to 2 inches, or maybe 1 inch, 1.5 inches. 2 inches might be a reach, I don't know. But I like to sit it like in front of my natural hairline, because at the end of the day, my real hair is what matters. Like, I want to keep my edges. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. I want to keep my edges. So whenever I feel like I have to push a unit so far back to where it's like basically sitting on top of my natural hairline, I feel like that can make my forehead look extra big. Mind you, I don't feel like I have a extra big forehead when it's just my natural hair, but if you wear wigs, I feel like you know, right? So therefore I end up going in and like creating these baby hairs, swoopty swoop, wispy wisp, I don't know, just to kind of like balance everything out. Editing Tan here. So I said all of that because that was my personal experience, but then I ended up talking to the rep about the sizing of the caps, and he or she actually clarified and let me know that the units that have the lace still attached on them are for us girls who have larger sized heads. So keep that in mind when purchasing. Now my next 2 cons aren't necessarily cons in my opinion, and I say that because I wear wigs. So I feel like if you wear wigs like on a regular basis, it probably won't faze you, but if you are new to wigs, it might bother you a little bit. The first one is going to be how dry the hair feels. The hair feels a little bit on the drier side, and I do feel like I could like easily fix it by putting a little bit of like oil sheen or some type of serum on the hair, which I'm not about to do right now just because I like the luster of it right now. I don't really want it super shiny, but like to the touch, she does feel a little bit on the drier side. The second con, or technically the third con, is gonna be that this unit did shed. I had like some major shedding when I initially combed out the unit. Now I do feel like that shedding, that like major shedding that I got initially, was because whenever they pre-plucked the hairline, someone didn't go through and like comb the unit out, because I feel like after I did that initial comb through, I haven't had as much shedding. But now let's go ahead and move on to my pros. The first one is going to be the coloring of this unit. I feel like they did an amazing job with ombreing it from the dark roots to this like a beautiful chocolate brown. And in all honesty, I feel like this would be like the perfect unit if you are somebody who wants to try out a 360 unit. I feel like this would be great for you for the fall time. I feel like the brown is very subtle. Girl, why can't I talk? I feel like the brown is very subtle, yet at the same time stands out and just will look really nice against anybody's skin tone. My next pro for this unit is going to be how well the lace melted. Like, it looks so good in my opinion. Now I will say on the sides, I'm having a little bit of issues, but I think, no, scratch that, I know it's more so because of my natural hair. Well, I should probably say like my natural hair and also the unit not being big enough. If the unit was big enough or bigger, yeah, then I could like pull it further down and then like cut into it to where I could cut around my natural hairline. But because it's not, I had to sit it on top of my hairline basically. So therefore the spray that I use, because y'all, I don't like to use glue, I do not use glue with my units, it's gonna start to lift up. So just to be a little more detailed, just in case you're not necessarily understanding what I'm saying, right here, this is some of my natural hairline, and then this is the actual wig. So it's sitting on top of my natural hairline, so it's not sticking all the way, it's starting to lift up. Same down here with my sideburns. But right here, the lace is attached to my skin, so it's sitting down nicely and flush. Like, that's what I mean. But anywho, moving on, my next pro for this unit is the fact that I didn't have to go in and curl her. As you saw earlier in the video, this unit did come pre-curled, and typically I will go in and like re-curl the hair. I didn't do that with this unit. I did go in and cut just a few like extra layers in the front, but like that was about it. Off camera, I tousled the hair a whole bunch and like shook it and stuff like that. And yeah, like this is pretty much how it turned out. Now, am I gonna have to eventually go in and recurl the hair? Absolutely. But for the time being, she looked good. I will say that the density for this unit feels like a very natural, everyday type of density. I feel like I probably said that at the beginning of the video, but I'm not really sure. Again, I'm not sure if I got the 180 or the 250. I'm convinced that this is the 180. And if this is the 250, then Ashimary, please add some more hair because this is not y'all's typical 250. When I first started playing around with 360 units, I wasn't necessarily really sure about them. I was just kind of like, I don't feel like they're worth it. But I feel like the more that I do, the better install or the better at installing them I get. I also really like the fact that, you know, you can do a half up, half down. You can do a high ponytail. You can do a high bun. And it doesn't look like overly wiggy, you know. But those are just my thoughts and feelings about them. You guys let me know yours down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel before you leave, and also make sure you click the bell, that way you're notified anytime that I upload a video. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, they're both at TanDotson. I'll be sure to have all the information for this unit down in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. I don't have anything else to say though, except for I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.